Hi there, my name is Rod Hicks. I'm the Assistant Dean for Administration and Research and a professor at Western University's College of Graduate Nursing in Pomona, California. Today, I'm here to talk to you about mentorship and getting your scholarship published. So let's get started. The way I view this is that you've already done a project. You've got something started, you already know what you want to say. So we're going to start with building your key messages. When we take your data, you're going to create data tables. From those data tables, you're going to find the logical links that are supported either by theory, by your findings, or by the literature. After you have your logical arguments constructed, you're going to set them aside and move on to the next step. Our next step deals with selecting the right journal and the right audience to read your work. Here is where you work with a mentor to know who needs to hear your key messages. Picking the right journal is critical. There's a movement across the world right now called predatory publishing. I'm going to urge you and your mentor to use the available resources and avoid locating journals that are considered predatory. You want your important work to be in scholarly journals. So now that you've got your journal picked, you want to go find the author guidelines. I encourage you and your mentor to sit down and read the guidelines because every journal has guidelines. If the guidelines say use APA format, you want to format your document in APA style. You want to make sure that you follow every guideline to the letter. If it's one file that you upload, create one file. If it's separate files, create separate files. So now we need to talk about how you're going to name your project, and that's the title and the abstract. These two pieces are critical because they're the first impression that anyone's going to have of your work. So let me give you a couple rules about the title. They should be about 15 words or less. Your abstract needs to be written in active voice, no abbreviations, no references, formatted according to the guidelines. And now you've got your key messages, you've got a title, and you may have your abstract done, so you're ready to create the manuscript. As you've created your manuscript, you're going to write clearly, you're going to be concise in your writing, you're going to avoid jargon, use appropriate punctuation, and you're going to create all of the paragraphs that belong in the article. One key tip that you and your mentor should keep in mind is that keyword repetition helps the reader follow your thoughts. Another pearl that I'd like to share with you deals with sentence length. Remember we said write clearly. Sentence length helps you get to that clarity. That should be about 15 words or less per sentence. You want to be using this consistent language throughout the document and not bounce around and use jargon when there's appropriate terms there. You want to be able to create all of your paragraphs with a very strong opening sentence. The topic sentence has to be direct, on target, and in affirmative and declarative voice. Make sure that all your paragraphs had transitions to the next paragraph. So now you've created your whole document. You need to have an outsider review that document before you submit to the editorial office. I call that outsider a friendly hostile. A friendly hostile is a colleague or a person that you know that will attack the written word but not attack you as the person creating the word. They point out flaws in the manuscript but not flaws in the person. So now we're going to be having our document ready to go in, and we've got the method section. And I want to make sure that you have a very, very strong method section. You should be able to write your method section. Your mentor takes the method section and should be able to replicate it. This is the most critically examined part of a manuscript. In total word count, it's about 1,250 words or 1/4 of the manuscript. So let's go ahead and get your manuscript submitted. It's going to come into the editorial office, and once you get your feedback from the editorial office, you have to answer all of the editor's queries. You take the comment from the editor query, and you write your response, make your change in the document as appropriate. You want to be timely because editors have a production schedule. So you want to be respectful of everybody's time in the process and make sure that you do it clearly, accurately, and promptly. So now your manuscript's been ready for publication. It's time to celebrate success. So you're going to celebrate success by tweeting, putting your article links on social media, because you never post the article. The copyright laws prohibit that. And you want to step back and you want to talk to your mentor and you want to thank your mentor for their guidance throughout this process. Now it's time to start looking ahead for the next project. But with a strong mentor who's committed to your success and able to guide you through the writing process, everyone can enjoy success. Again, my name is Rod Hicks, and it's been my pleasure being here with you today.